It's undoubtedly a tough time for the music industry and fans as we mourn the loss of one of the greats, RT and Weil. While condolences continue to pour in, so do various theories about what truly happened to her.
This is why my kids get mad, because I'm be telling them, like, yo, I'm gonna live.
Right.
Like, y'all want me to die and not enjoy life. I'm gonna enjoy life and do certain.
Right.
No, Dad, but you can't do that. I'm like, guys, stop me.
Irv Gotti was a pivotal figure in hip-hop and R&B for decades, shaping the sound of the early 2000s with artists like Ja Rule, Ashanti, and DMX. His production style, blending hard-hitting hip-hop beats with melodic hooks, helped create some of the biggest rap and R&B crossover hits of the era. From 2001 to 2004, his influence was undeniable, with multi-platinum records by Ja Rule, Ashanti, and Jennifer Lopez. He also worked with Kanye West, Fat Joe, and Christina Milian, among others. Irv even released several albums under his own name. Sadly, his family confirmed his death after he was hospitalized, with the general belief being that complications from his diabetes led to his passing. Irv had been open about his battle with diabetes, admitting that he struggled to consistently manage his insulin and diet. Despite advice from his doctors, he had acknowledged that his diabetes had become uncontrollable over time.
All right.
You know, my diabetes, my number's been high. So they just wanted me to. He's like, Dad, you can't do drink champs.
All right.
What it does is it starts deteriorating your body.
All right.
So.
And you good? Like, you got it under control?
No.
Oh, wow.
When my number gets too high, shot.
All right.
I told you, if you eat something and it tastes good, it's better.
Even too much fruit is sugar, depending
That's
on
right.
the level of diabetes.
It sounds like you're exploring a complicated and intense history between 50 Cent and Irv Gotti, often associated with the labels Murder Incorporated and G-Unit, filled with significant events that have shaped the narrative around both their careers. From what you're describing, the relationship between them seems to be a turbulent one, rooted in early altercations, business rivalries, and some dark rumors involving criminal elements. It's important to note that conspiracy theories, like the one you mentioned regarding 50 Cent's possible involvement in Irv's death, are often based on speculation without solid evidence. As for the number associations, like the 25 plus 25 adding up to 50, that seems to be a symbolic connection made by people trying to tie his death to his past. Numerology and symbolic interpretations are common in public discourse, particularly when there's a sense of unresolved tension or when something tragic happens unexpectedly. But this doesn't necessarily mean there's any factual link between 50 Cent and Irv Gotti's passing. The history you shared about the altercations, 50 Cent's near-fatal shooting, and the FBI investigation all seem like they are the type of events that would fuel rumors. In the world of rap, where beefs and rivalries can get incredibly heated, there's often a lot of mystery and exaggeration surrounding the actions and motivations of people involved. What's your take on the whole situation? Do you think the theories surrounding 50 Cent have any weight, or do you view them as just another layer of urban legend tied to the beef? Kenneth Supreme McGriff was the leader of the notorious Supreme Team, a powerful drug trafficking organization in Queens, New York. His criminal operations, particularly in the 1980s and 1990s, were marked by extreme violence and control over the heroin trade. Supreme was known as a respected businessman in some circles, with a reputation for keeping a low profile. His partner, Prince, was often the one who carried out the more violent criminal activities. This dynamic led to speculation that Supreme was behind the 2000 shooting of 50 Cent, who was struck 9 times. Many people believe that Irv Gotti, due to his ties to Supreme and his rivalry with 50 Cent, may have played a role in tipping Supreme off about 50 Cent's whereabouts or involvement. Another key point in the ongoing speculation was the belief that Irv, through his label, Murder Incorporated, ensured 50 Cent's debut album *Power of the Dollar* was never released. This was a pivotal moment in 50 Cent's career, as the incident allegedly led to 50's deal with Columbia Records being dropped. further escalating the beef between the two. However, there's no concrete evidence linking Irv directly to the shooting or the sabotage of 50 Cent's career, and these accusations have mostly remained in the realm of rumor and speculation. The long-running feud between 50 Cent and Irv continued through the years. In 2017, 50 threatened to slap Irv during a public exchange of insults, and in 2021, he criticized Irv for his comments about Dion X's death. In August 2024, after Irv suffered a stroke, 50 took to social media to taunt him, referencing a line from his 2002 hit Wanksta and mocking Irv's health struggles. After Irv's death was confirmed, 50 Cent posted a photo of himself smoking next to a gravestone, captioning it with "I'm smoking on that Gotti pack," further intensifying the animosity between them. Despite these tensions, there's little reason to believe that 50 Cent had anything to do with Irv's death. However, some conspiracy theories have emerged, tying Irv's passing to the stress of ongoing legal battles, particularly related to Diddy. Additionally, Irv's controversial past, including his strained relationship with former artist Ashanti, has only fueled further speculation. Ashanti has openly discussed how she felt about Irv, with some accusing him of exploiting his control over her career and mistreating her in their personal and professional interactions. Their public feud, along with the long-standing tension surrounding Irv's personal and business dealings, paints a complicated picture of a man who left behind a legacy of controversy and unresolved conflicts.
As you know, when someone is consistently saying to you, you ain't it for you're not even loyal, I made you, I made the world want to you, you know what I'm saying? He would say, he would say, you want to me because I made you look like that. I made, in those exact words. So,
in reference to the Diddy connection, some cited an old interview Wendy Williams did with Kareen Superhead after she published her book. For those who remember, Superhead was among the first to expose Diddy when she described how Irv Gotti essentially passed her off to Diddy because he was inquiring about her when they attended his party. According to her book, there were many people there, and she and Diddy ended up hooking up. But Diddy also wanted a man involved. She added that months later, she ended up hanging out with Exhibit, and she ran into a Dovey party once more, and they noticed a lot of gay people. Activities at the party, according to her. Diddy was afraid that she would reveal their sessions, and when Superhead interviewed Wendy asked all the right questions and implied that Irv rolled like Diddy. Additionally, back in July 2024, an unnamed woman claimed that VV Gotti said her over a 2-year period between 2020 and 2022. The woman first met V through a mutual friend at a poker game in 2020, and after they met Jane Doe, she claimed that VV invited her on a vacation to Street Martin, where she claimed that Irv forced her into having sex with him. Gotti specifically threatened to send the WR plaintiff home if she did not comply with his demands, and because of his influence and power in the music industry, she did. After they returned from their vacation, the woman claimed that she and Gotti started dating, a relationship that lasted until 2022. She endured a lot of suffering. The woman said that in January 2022, Irv made her do an oral in front of him in a Miami hotel lift. She also said that later that year, he made her do it once more. Irv denied the claims, claiming that he had spent his entire life surrounded by strong women, including his mother, 5 sisters, and daughter. The representative also stated that top employees at his company are women, and that his relationship with women has been marked by mutual respect. Jane claimed in the lawsuit that she had suffered severe emotional and psychological harm as a result of the relationship, forcing her to be committed to a psychiatric ward. The incident occurred in the back of an Uber in Atlanta. Honesty and empathy, but others continued to claim that there were likely more cases like those, and that Irv's health was declining because of the stress he was under because he knew the authorities would be focusing on him. Again, it's a little crazy to have all these connections to Diddy, but it's Hollywood, and people there always have to link deaths to something bad. In fact, aside from what I've already mentioned, we have people on social media are claiming that the family may be concealing information about these deaths. But do you also believe that something suspicious is happening here? What do you think about the connections between Diddy and 50 Cent? Please share your thoughts in the space provided below.